Right, as you guys know, with Slipstream, each week we highlight a different charity or organisation that's doing good in this country. We're here with Thando from the Umthombo Street Kids Foundation. How are you doing today, my friend?
Not bad at all, man. I'm okay.
Very good. Now tell me what you guys are doing here. What's your objective here with the Street Kids?
Well, there's a lot that is going on, bro. We do have people who are surfing and people who are doing soccer, and we have people that are doing outreach, those who are reaching out to the kids, trying to find out what's happening in their life, building relationship. Once you realize that person and see what their needs are being, then we start there, how we deal with that person. It depends what has come into that person's mind, what is the problem.
Sure, tell me, and how do you guys get funding? Is it government funded, or are you relying on sponsors and donations? How does it work?
What I know, we're relying on sponsors, especially the guys from overseas. We don't even get anything from the government at the moment.
A bit about the volunteers. Where are they from and how do they assist?
Well, we get all kinds of different volunteers. We've got guys from Holland and guys from America and the UK. So when they are here, they come and they make a difference in the people's lives.
And how many kids are we taking to the beach this morning?
Well, the weather is cool now today to go for surfing.
Sure.
It is quite cool.
Right, so we've made our way down to Durban beachfront to do some surfing with the Umthombo Street Kids. Unfortunately, the sardines have hit the beach, which means all bathing and surfing has been banned. So we're going to play some soccer, one of the other activities that keeps these kids off the streets. Let's hit the field. Right, we're here at Albert Park in Durban, and as you can see behind me, the Umthombo Street Kids Foundation are playing a bit of soccer. I've met up here with George. This is his second visit to South Africa, working with the foundation as a volunteer. George, you well today?
I'm very good, very good.
Fantastic. A bit about your involvement and how you help get these kids off the streets.
Well, I think one of the main missions of Umthombo really is to engage with these children. A lot of them have come from very difficult backgrounds. They've suffered a lot of trauma that a lot of us really can't relate to. And I think the idea of implementing the sport, the surfing and the soccer is to try and firstly show the kids that there is another side to life, that it's not all about suffering and not all about being a victim. After doing that, what you can do is once you've befriended the child, you can help to show them that they do have a future. And once they understand that they have a future, education becomes a realistic goal for them and also essential in their own eyes, because they understand that if they want to have a family, provide for that family and be a respectable person, then they have to have that education.
And tell me, how do they implement, once you get the kids off the street, you've built a relationship, how do we get them into schools? How do we educate them?
Well, I suppose the first step is that Umthombo will do is they will do an assessment of the child and find out what is the best approach to help that child. Sometimes so-called experts assume that a family environment is the best area for a child, when really that environment may not be the best thing for them. If you don't do an assessment, do a home visit, find out what actually pushed the child to the street, if you instantly put that child back in that environment, then you can't be surprised when they return to the street 2 weeks later, because the same social problems and social issues are still there.
Now tell me, you're here last year again for 5 months, you're back again. Have you seen any difference? Have you seen a change in the kids? Are things getting better?
I have seen quite a big difference actually. The main difference has been the really small children don't seem to be here as they were last year.
All right, George, you're from abroad. Tell us about where you're from and what you're doing in South Africa.
I'm here making a documentary about the life of street children, looking at street children as a social justice problem, looking at the conception of a child all the way through the beginning stages of their life and the effects that social justice issues actually have on their family and their family environment, which push them to the street, trying to look at the idea that it's important to make a child aware that they are a victim, that they're a victim of failed social services, failed political systems, failed religion, failed family structures. At the end of the film, the idea is to have people realise that they are in a privileged position. So me realise that my whiteness puts me in a privileged position, that my maleness puts me in a privileged position. So for me to be able to help someone else, I have to realise that I'm in this position and that I have the ability to help. Also, that with privilege comes great responsibility. And for me to know that I'm human, I have to recognise humanity in another person. And have to be empathic with that person. And I want to try and get people to realise that it's all well and good saying that I don't want a child to go hungry every night, but I really have to be prepared to make a sacrifice. And that's basically what my film project is about.